Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Jai Srila Bhakti Rokhok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, and Jai Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai, and Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai, our Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai, the masters who have come to give us Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now today, without any further ado, without any preamble, we can come straight to hear something. Hear something means read something from Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj in a little bit of a hidden treasure book. It's called, let me just remind myself of its name. Oh yes, it's called Divine Message for the Devotees. It's a short booklet printed long ago. And I'm just going to read a little part from this booklet. And some things may be small, but very important for us. So here's Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, giving us, as always, very practical guidance for our safe development. But development, we are not machines, we're not just to do something automatically. We are to be a living devotional unit. Srila Gurudev, starting out saying, we need good association. Then affection will grow. Otherwise, the fitness will not come for us to progress in the higher plane. First, a relationship will come through association. And when a relationship is formed, affection may come. It is first necessary to have a relationship with Guru and Vaishnava, the devotee of God. Otherwise, affection cannot be ours. Here, we must know that regard for Guru and Vaishnava is necessary before affection. Then progress will come to us. Adau shraddha tata sadhu sango to bhajana kriya tato nata nivritti syat tato nishtha. Affection comes to us through nishtha, continuation. Then ruchi. Divine relationship is always closely connected with sadhu sangha, association with the saint or pure devotee of God. But before that, Shraddha or faith is necessary. If faith is firm, then we can try to have a relationship with a sadhu. And through the association of the sadhu, learning to serve with devotion and becoming purified of evils, in a higher plane, affection may come to us. So, and through the association of the sadhu, learning to serve with devotion and becoming purified of evils, in a higher plane, affection may come to us. But it is first necessary to go through 3 or 4 stages before affection. Still, it may come to some immediately. Affection is within everyone, and it can grow without any cause. Even in this mundane world, we can sometimes see that from the very first day of meeting, people are very good friends. As soon as they see each other, affection comes immediately. So, that is also possible in spiritual dealings. But before that, some sukriti or good fortune must work in the background. When practicing spiritual life, doing what we call sadhana, at that time it is necessary to have the association of the saintly devotees. Through that association, regard grows within, and hankering arises. Actually, hankering gives affection, but until we have real hankering for the divinity, it remains suppressed. So here Srila Gurudev, he's giving us logical, like step-by-step, spiritually scientific understanding of what is required of us and the path we should take, and not to miss out any steps. So Srila Gurudev continuing, after purification, firmness will come, and from that, ruchi, or taste for the divine, will come. And from ruchi, affectionate relationship begins. I'll just wait for the conch in case it's drowning out our reading. Okay. I'm beside the temple room here, so we got the conch sound. Alright. And from ruchi, affectionate relationship begins. But all these things are attained through association of the saintly devotee. Without that association, divine serving activity is not possible. When one is not qualified, the proper serving may not be accomplished. In an unqualified way, one's mind may wander at random, thinking, this is perfect, that is perfect. But because one is living in the environment of illusion, it will not be real service. No doubt, by good fortune, it may be sometimes correct, but generally it will not go in the correct line, because the illusory environment will misguide us. Anoranyan Mahato Mahiyan. If we say that Brahman, the spirit, is very great, the idea of greatness means like the sky. But beyond the sky, we have no idea of greatness. But such knowledge will not act there. The transcendental world is completely separate and beyond this knowledge. So, generally, we shall go the wrong way. And this is why the proper association, sadhu sangha, is necessary. Hare Krishna may sound like hard work or technical, but think it through. These things are very logical, and we get the tick mark from the heart, and we need to pray for that kind of association in our lives and treasure that association when it has come to us. And we are inviting everybody, please know Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, and Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Please know them, and you can render service to them today through the servants who are serving him, and in this way connecting through servant of the servant of the servant to the pure devotees of the Lord. So now I'll continue just a little bit. There are two kinds of sadhu sangha. When we have no person sadhu to associate with, the holy books will help us, as we are doing now. But if we have the association of a good sadhu, we can attain the divine goal under his guidance directly. And that good sadhu, perfect sadhu, that is Srila Gurudev, that is Srila Guru Maharaj, that is Srila Prabhupada. Then Gurudev keeping our feet on the ground. We are not to pretend, but Gurudev now saying, not everyone will feel affection. Good fortune will work in the background. With strong good fortune, one can immediately cross over the next 3 stages after association with the sadhu. But this is possible in very special cases only. And we must be careful not to think, oh yes, I'm a special case. I'm one of those rare people who has that type of quality to skip over all of these steps along the way. And we know that coming to Guru Maharaj, we hear about Raga Marga, that love is the controlling principle. But we must be very careful that, yes, love is the controlling principle, and also told skipping past the rules and regulations, then love will guide us on our way. But we saw the devotees coming from the strict 4 regulative principles of the previous society, ISKCON, that we were in, that they're coming to Guru Maharaj and then thinking, oh, now we are in Raga Marga, and then start to take intoxication and do all sorts of things which are breaking the principles. And that may be so for an absolute pure soul, but we know that we are not that exception. As Guru Maharaj says, only we can cheat ourselves, as indeed the scripture says. So if we want to be cheated, we can be cheated. So we must be sincere. So still, affection is the thing that we are focusing on today. And here Srila Gurudev continuing a little bit. I know I should just have a short reading. But Srila Gurudev, still he's clarifying. Our Guru Maharaj used the word affection. So he's talking about Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock of Sri Radha Goswami Maharaj. But it is necessary for us to know the line in which he did so, the current in which he did so. Affection is possible everywhere, even from the lower level to the higher level. Somebody wants to feed others. That is also a kind of affection. He does not want to eat so much himself, but he would rather feed others, and this gives him pleasure. If anybody eats more at that time, the affection of the distributor immediately goes to that person. Another example is that even before a child is born, affection for the child grows in the mother's heart. But when there is a firm relationship, affection may be established, and relationship will be firm through sadhu sangha in our context of spirituality. So our relationship will be firm through sadhu sangha. Everyone has a relationship with everyone, but feelings are manifest according to the relationship. Even if people may not know that they are relatives, by birthright they have an automatic relationship within. Sometimes our Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj Sridhar Maharaj, would say that by dharma buddhi, a virtuous attitude, sense control is possible. At that time, a relationship with the higher will at that time, a relationship with the higher will also come to us through that virtuous activity, that virtuous attitude, I badly read that. So, I reread. Sometimes our Guru Maharaj would say that, then quoting, by dharma buddhi, a virtuous attitude, sense control is possible. At that time, a relationship with the higher will also come to us through that virtuous activity. Then, that's within quotes, that's how Guru Maharaj expressed. And then Srila Gurudev is saying, affection for the higher will grow if we keep a virtuous attitude. And then Gurudev, very practical and clear, saying, I know that this medicine is bitter, but my tongue and senses, do not want to accept it. But my intelligence will give me more than that. my intelligence can say, if you take this bitter thing, your health will be better. Then affection comes to us for that bitter medicine. In this way we can try to have a proper relationship. Hare Krishna. Okay, so dear devotees, dear sincere seekers, anyone who's come across this short broadcast that we do twice a week, then we are here just sharing some words about affection. Affection, love, beauty, charm, they are actually the wealth of the living entity. Everybody, whether an animal, tree, bird, a human being, and any kind of human being, they will all be nourished to be within the department of affection, love, beauty, sweetness, harmony, etc. It is the proper position of the living entities of us. But we are living in a world where we have to always watch for the effects of the material world and material nature coming to steal, coming to be non-affectionate, coming to be aggressive, and so many things. So in this material world, then we always hanker for like a beautiful place, a place of affection, beauty and love. And this is being given to us. The path to that land is being given by our divine masters. So today, a little bit of an analytical understanding of affection. And we can take from this various things, but one important thing is that we need the association of the good devotees through in person or through the scripture, and in both ways, through the scripture and in person. But we need that good association in order for us to have a relationship, and then that relationship, then if we are fortunate, will be built upon with affection. Affection from the lower to the higher, from the higher to the lower. And by that bond of affection with the actual sadhus, the friends of Krishna, then wonderful things will happen. So Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Srila Guru Maharaj Srila Bhakti Rockok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, and Jai our Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Vaga ki Jai, Rupa Goswami ki Jai, 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai, and Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai, and some good advice from all of them to all of us is, with faith, chant Hare Krishna, associate with devotees through service, and lead a pious life, a virtuous life, as we were just hearing. Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha. And I'm happy to be with you on Facebook, on Instagram, and in a recorded version, which we know that many of you do see. Jai Gurudev, Jai Guru Maharaj, and yes, my obeisances and my waves to each of you who are here with us now. Hare Krishna. Ami Ashchi. Govinda Govinda.